Hi, I'm Holly Andrews, certified integrative nutrition health coach and executive wellness coach. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the kitchen. My kids start school tomorrow and I am in the kitchen making their breakfast for the first day of school. I always try to make a special breakfast for them, and usually I revert to a classic lemon blueberry breakfast cake. But this year I wanted to give them something heartier, healthier, and something that was going to keep them full and satiated to get them through their morning, because they're going to be eating breakfast about 6:30, 7 a.m. and they don't have lunch until 12:30 p.m. So that is a 5.5 to 6 hour gap. So I need to give them something that is really going to be long lasting. And so instead of lemon blueberry breakfast cake, I'm going to make lemon blueberry baked oatmeal. And the great thing about this baked oatmeal is that it has a lot of protein, complex carbs, healthy fats. It's a really well-balanced breakfast that is going to keep them going, keep their blood sugar stable throughout the morning, give them that energy that they need to make it to lunch. And so that's what I'm going to show you today. So for the protein, we've got protein powder, we've got some hemp hearts, we've got some oats. Also for the complex carbs, we obviously have oats. These are rolled oats. They are certified gluten-free and glyphosate-free oats, which is really important to me to make sure that I'm giving my kids, one for my celiac daughter, certified gluten-free oats, and then just in general, pesticide-free oats. That's really important to me. Obviously, you can use whatever oats you choose, but I will show you the ones that I'm going to be using. Protein powder, just to make sure they're getting that really good source of protein to keep them going. And you can, again, choose whatever protein powder you want. I happen to be using a plant-based protein powder today because of my son's dietary issues. And then we're going to have some healthy fats. The hemp hearts add healthy fats. And then we're going to top it once it's done with some nut butter. You could also use like coconut butter or MCT oil or anything along those lines. So let's talk about what ingredients we've got going on. All right, before we get to mixing everything together, I have started the oven preheating to 375 degrees, and I sprayed a square baking dish with my coconut oil spray, and I like this brand Pompeian because it doesn't have any propellants in it. So we got those two things going. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our ingredients together. So we need 2 whole eggs, which I've already cracked. I've already cracked them. And then we need 4 large egg whites. So rather than waste egg yolks, I'm just going to use these egg whites from the store, and I need about 2 tablespoons per egg. So that's 4, 6, 8. Okay, so that's 4 egg whites worth of egg whites. All right, now we're going to mix these together. Beat them together, I should say. All right, that looks pretty good to me. And then we're just gonna start adding ingredients. All right, I have my rolled oats, which I have weighed out, and this is I promised you I would show you the brand that I use. I do use this 1 Degree Foods brand because, again, certified gluten-free and glyphosate-free. So we're gonna add that in here. You need 2.5 cups. Although I did weigh them out based on what the package said. So this is 35 grams per 1/3 cup of oats. So I did the math and weighed those out. We need 2 medium bananas that have been mashed. So I mashed those a little bit ago. Get those in there. Then we need a cup of almond milk. This is unsweetened organic almond milk, but you can use any milk that you want to based on your dietary needs and preferences. All right, so we've got that. We're gonna add half a cup of applesauce. This is unsweetened applesauce. This is gonna wind up being plenty sweet. We don't really need to add sweetener to it. All right, so we've got that. I have my chocolate protein powder. Again, I did weigh this out because it calls for 60 grams of protein powder. There's no way to, every protein powder brand uses a different scoop size, and so I would just weigh this out if I were you. All right, so there's my protein powder. Next up is Greek yogurt. We're gonna get a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop. I did not pre-measure this, but it's all right. I'm just gonna scoop some in my measuring cup here. So again, this is adding more protein. So between the protein powder and the yogurt and the hemp hearts and all of that, they're getting really quite a lot of protein. And this recipe makes 4 servings. So I would normally make this on a Sunday afternoon for the week ahead. And that way I have 2 kids. So I have 2 breakfasts for that week. You can obviously double the recipe if you need to or want to, and then, have it more or just keep it for later in the fridge. We're going to add a tablespoon of hemp hearts. I get these hemp hearts off Amazon, and you can see they have 10 grams of protein and 12 grams of omega-3 and 6 fatty acids, which per serving, which is awesome. They're also a really, really good source of iron. When we were needing to get my son's iron levels up earlier this year, I started adding the hemp hearts to his smoothies, and they have been great. All right, so now it's time for the lemon. We're going to zest this lemon. And I love my little zester here. I'm just gonna do it right over the bowl. That way any little pieces of zest that want to go flying, hopefully make it straight into the bowl, no problem. We'll get this zested, and then we're gonna get the juice from a half of this lemon. If you are able to get food grade essential oils, you can also add that in for an extra kick of lemon, or you could use lemon extract as well. I do have food grade lemon oil, so I'm probably going to add a few drops of that in here just because we really like lemon in this house. So there's that. We grab and lemon oil, throw a few drops of that in here, probably about 5 or 6, just to give it a little extra concentrated kick. We have lemon juicer, and then we need about a tablespoon of lemon juice, which, generally speaking, I'm going to do this just because I'm not sure. I want to make sure that there's no seeds that get in here. Sometimes they squeeze through. All right, that looks good. Okay, so we have everything in here except for the blueberries, and then obviously the nut butter that we're going to drizzle on at the end. So all we have to do is just mix this all up. It smells really good. I love the lemon because it adds antioxidants as well, and the blueberries are obviously going to add really good nutrients and antioxidants and all of that good stuff. So this makes my mommy heart happy, knowing that my kiddos are getting everything that they need to keep them nice and full and gonna make it through their morning without spiking their blood sugar. And if you heard me mention in last week's video, there is a huge difference between steel cut or rolled oats and instant oatmeal. And so this is another reason I want to do this baked oatmeal, is because the instant oatmeal has been processed to death. Our bodies will metabolize all of that very, very quickly. And so you're going to get this massive blood sugar spike, and then you're going to get that crash. They're going to get that energy crash. And so, they're going to wind up hangry about 9 a.m. and then still not have lunch for another, 3+ hours. So these rolled oats are going to take much, much longer to digest, combined with the protein and the healthy fat. Their bodies are going to take a long time to digest it. It's not going to spike their blood sugar. And I'm doing a terrible job of showing you how I'm pouring this in here, but I'm assuming you all get the point. We are pouring this into our square baking dish in perfect timing. The oven is ready. Pouring this into our square baking dish that I sprayed with that coconut oil. I like to use that coconut oil when I'm baking something sweet. Now that we've got all of this in here, we have our blueberries. These are organic blueberries that I happened to catch on sale. And so I love them. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of try to evenly spread these on the top. The great thing about this recipe is that you don't have to use blueberries. If you have strawberries or you find, some other raspberry, blackberry, whatever berry that you like on sale, that's organic or not or whatever, you can use frozen. You can switch this up. And if you don't want to use do a lemon with your strawberry or blackberry or raspberry, whatever, you can just take the lemon zest and lemon juice out. But it's so highly customizable to, whatever you can grab from the store or whatever you happen to have in your freezer. And so it's just awesome. All right, I think that looks really good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this in the oven now for about 35 to 40 minutes. I'll check it, and then once it's cooled, I will come back to you and show you what that looks like. Okay, so the baked oatmeal, the lemon blueberry baked oatmeal is done. It took about 40 minutes and it has been cooling. So now I'm going to take some of my nut butter and just do a little drizzle across the top. I am using the Costco organic peanut butter that I mixed up this morning. So it should be fairly, nice and drizzly, if you will. You can obviously also warm some of this up in the microwave to get it nice and runny if you need to, but I'm pretty happy with this. I have one kid that really loves peanut butter and one kid that could take it or leave it. So for my kiddo who loves the peanut butter, I'll probably add more in the morning, but there you go. All right, so here we have it. This is our lemon blueberry baked oatmeal drizzled with a little bit of my nut butter. Obviously, again, substitute whatever kind of nut or seed butter you need for your family. You could also make coconut butter out of coconut flakes. Find that recipe on the internet anywhere. Anything, or even add some MCT oil on top for those healthy fats. All right, y'all, be sure to grab the copy of the recipe off the blog. That is going to be linked in the description below. I hope you have a great start to your school year. And until next time, I'm Holly Andrews, and I believe that you can heal your stress from the inside out.